We had a great season this season. We finished 16 wins and 6 losses. And I could take about a half hour talking about this team, but I've got to reduce it into 8 minutes. So my apologies on being very brief. I've been around Founder since it opened its doors about 10 years ago, and I think this is the best JV team we've had. Others, Coach Good, Coach Moulton might disagree, but I think this is the best JV team we've had. And what made us extra good was being unselfish. I said we're 16-6. 4 of those 6 losses were against varsity programs. So we really had a solid season. We were undefeated in league play, HCAL play, and I want to share a little bit about one of the wins we had at home. And it says a lot about a team when you can be in most games and you actually win those games. If you're in most games and lose the game, then there's something that's just not, you're just not strong enough or disciplined enough or focused enough to put you over the edge. But I'm proud of you guys because we had a lot of close games and we would win, and we kept winning. And one of those games was against the Austin Warriors. It was a Friday night, the place was packed. I went back and watched the last 2 minutes of that game. It was loud, place was going crazy, our small gym. And with 1:30, let me make sure I get this right, 1:22 left in the game, we were down 50-49. And the Austin Royals were the momentum swing had kind of swung over to them. We were down 50-49. So we missed a shot. The Austin Royals tipped the ball out of bounds. We got the ball back. Again, clock is ticking. It's under 1:22. We get the ball. Luke Halal's in the corner for an open 3 and shoots, and he misses. The other team gets the ball. The other team throws the ball. Isaac Brock steals the ball. Do you guys remember this? It was just mayhem in our gym. Isaac steals the ball and he shoots. He's in the key area of the court. He shoots and he misses. But he got the rebound. He shot the shot, made it, and he made the free throw. So it was an and one. It put us up 52-50. Austin Royals get the ball. They go down. They miss a pretty makeable shot. We get the ball back all along. The clock's under a minute at this point. We get the ball back. We miss. They get it again. And they throw it out of bounds because we were pressuring them. And again, we're up 52-50. So it could go any way at this point. We throw in the ball to Luke Hutchinson. He gets fouled, and he nails 2 free throws. Crowd goes crazy, and we win 54-50. I say all that because I love all these other sports that we play at Founders, but there's nothing like basketball. We don't have to deal with the heat. We usually are at a gym. It's great fun. But seriously, with this team, I wanted to share that because it shows that we kept our composure a good deal of the season, a majority of the season. We worked hard. Basketball season is long. You're into it, and then you have Christmas break, and you think, oh, it's almost over. No, that's only halfway. And then you got the second half of the season. It's a long season. Takes a lot of grit, a lot of focus, and a lot of hard work. And we worked through a lot of injuries to have a successful season. One of the things I want to spend a little time thanking people. I've got a list of people to thank. First of all, parents, thank you, especially for JV team like this. Many of them aren't old enough to drive, so you are driving to all these long practices. So thank you, parents. Michael Halal, thank you for doing taping of games, Facebook Live, so that other people who couldn't make it could be there. Sarah, I don't know if Sarah's here tonight. Sarah Kennedy, she did a great job. She would also tape from time to time. Jackie Brock, thank you for the awesome pictures you finally took. Of the last 2 years, we have hardly had any pictures of our teams, our JV teams. We finally got some. Tim Norman did the book somewhat. David Friedenfeld did the book a lot. I'm sorry if I've missed anyone, but thank you. A big special thanks to Eric Waxman. I always love input, especially during a game. And Eric would always, usually after a quarter, I would turn to Eric and say, what do you see in here, or at halftime? And he would give me some excellent input so we could make those game time changes that needed to be made. So Eric was very important in sitting on the bench and seeing things and helping me out in directing our team. All right, so to the awards. Actually, before I get to the awards, one of the things that I've noticed, this is I think my 8th year of helping out coaching here at Founders in different roles, different responsibilities. But one of the things that I want to say to all you guys is you've got great work ethic. If there's one thing that I would say to each of you, and again, if you want to keep playing, is confidence. You have the skills, the ability, the good work ethic. With sports, the reason I love sports so much is parallels with life. And these guys, I know that the parents believe in them, your coaches believe in them. Sometimes you just need to hear that, because that extra confidence that you'll show on the court or in life in general will kind of take you to that next level. And I think that's what, if I had to say a message to y'all, a little more confidence takes us from a great team to an exceptional Hoosiers type team. So continue to work hard and build that confidence and believe in yourself, because you have parents, an athletic department, and coaches who certainly believe in you. And I think the future for Founders is incredibly bright. All right, so first award. This particular player, he gave us steals. He helped out when we wanted to press the other team so that we could get the ball back. He started to make his shots. He showed great progress throughout the season. I knew he was going to help us at the beginning of the season, but he kept working and working and working, and eventually worked his way into a starting role on our team, I think for the last handful of games. He handles pressure well. He's cool under pressure. And we have in the varsity and JV about 10 Lukes and 10 Calebs. So I call this player Walks. So our most improved player goes to Caleb Walkman. By the way, those are good names if you're thinking about naming your kid. It's a great name. All right, can you read what I have here, Beth? All right, so the Archer Award, this person embodies a lot of virtue and just a lot of commitment. Since we are a school based on virtue, this Archer Award tries to just embody that type of player. And this particular player was team focused. He had a great attitude. At the beginning of the season, he had an injury and he still showed up at practice. I told him, you don't have to necessarily show up to practice, but he was committed to be there for his teammates, to cheer him on as he worked through this injury. And he's incredible on the fast break. He's an incredible athlete. He gets out quick, scores a lot of points that way. He's great on defense. He hustles a ton. And so our Archer Award goes to, well, this is another player that, he's a Luke player, so we had to call him Hutch. So Luke Hutchinson, before I get to the MVP, and I want you guys to hear this too with all these awards, every one of you got votes, not just a vote, all of you got votes for one of these awards. some for many of these awards. Before I get to the MVP, we were led by two sophomores here, Drew and Beck, who together combined and averaged over 20 points a game. They were a big part of our offense, but not just that. They were leaders on the team, and the rest of them are freshmen, and so they brought those freshmen in. There didn't seem to be any animosity. They welcomed them in because they were on my team last year, and they really helped set the tone to build a great season. So thanks, guys, for doing that. Unfortunately, you can go ahead and clap. Unfortunately, I can only give one MVP, and this MVP is a natural leader. He had the most assists, the most steals, and the most points. His three-point shot got progressively better throughout the season, and a phrase that I remember him saying quite a bit was, I'd ask him to do something during a game, and he'd say, "I got you, coach." So again, I could give these awards to different players, but the team and I decided that Beck Sherwood is the recipient. Again, Founders has an incredibly bright future with these guys. I hope you guys will continue to play, and thanks for just a great season. It was truly a pleasure to be able to coach you guys.
Coach Kelly and the JV boys basketball team, thank y'all, gentlemen. And next up, the last group.